All right, we're continuing on with some 11th hour stuff for Mom's car right there. You don't mind the hood being up. I just put a power steering pressure line on it. That one that was on it, it kind of blew a big hole in it right there. I didn't film it, so don't be looking for it because that was an ordeal all of its own. All right, so today, here's your part number. We're changing out the mirror on our Grand Am because this mirror has a broken spring in it, and when you get it up to speed it wants to flop around, and we don't want it flopping around when we're going down the highway on our way to New York. So we'll get you back in the pod here where you like to be. I'll show you how to put a mirror in this car. So this is a manual mirror, but there are power mirrors that were available on this car, so this will apply to power mirrors as well. When you get this thing from TYC, it comes in a really nice little bag right here, so we got that going for us. So we're going to take this out of the bag. The only thing that is different from this mirror and the factory mirror is that this mirror is a one-piece unit. See, it's a one-piece unit. There's no split for the mirror to flex. So I think we're going to take this little piece of rubber off of here. Yep, we're going to take that piece of rubber off of there because we don't need it. That's extra packing. We'll throw that in the back. All right, you're going to need a 10mm socket for this job, which I will go get mine. So I'll be right back. I'll show you how to do this. All right, so if you have power mirrors, you're going to have one extra plug to unplug. Manual mirrors, we just have one plug. So you got to start off by pulling this little tweeter out of here. And the tweeter's just got a couple of alignment dowels on it and a couple pins on it. And then you got this wire right here for the tweeter. So you can pick that up with your finger, or if you got a pick, you can use a pick on it. That's how I did it last time. I'll show you how I do it with a pick. Alright, let's zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little bit better what we're doing here. Sorry for getting in the way of the camera, I just kind of have to move around here. Alright, so take your pick and you slide it up under the side here, like this. And when you slide it up over the side, you can pull out on the tweeter and it will disconnect the tweeter, like that. Set your tweeter on the floor. All right, so you got this piece of foam. Okay, you gotta bring that foam out. Okay, this foam has to go back in, so don't destroy it. Now on a power mirror car, you're gonna have another wire that comes up from this passageway right here. It's gonna go into the mirror and you're gonna unhook it. Similar to this, okay? So once you get that done, you take your 10, you take your bolts loose. And you take these out. Leave the top one for last, that way it doesn't fall and hit the dirt. And then when you get towards the end of your thing here, you just grab it by your fingers and just spin them off. Now the new mirror, I do not believe comes with new attaching hardware, so keep your old nuts for this job. Try not to lose them into the door. That one on the very end here gets real close to being lost down in the door, so you want to have a magnet standing by if you don't have the right size fingers to do this. You're going to hold your mirror up with one hand. You're going to take the last nut off with the other. And if it's been on there a while, it might be hard to come off, so you're just going to have to wiggle it back and forth. Then you grab it like this and you pull it off. And there's your mirror. In that hole right there, if you pull this, on the power mirror cars, you're not going to have this plug. because in here is going to be your electric motor for your mirror to go around on. But on the manual mirror cars, you're going to have a styrofoam plug like that. Inside here, there's 2 long springs. One of them is broken because that's why we can do this with it, because the other spring is no longer in here. It's left the chat forever ago. So now that we got our, go ahead and take a look at our new mirror. Looks just like the old mirror, except it doesn't have that piece on it. So we're going to take our rubber protectors off of our threads here. We're going to leave this rubber, or this little piece of foam on here. We're going to use that as insulation, because our other mirror has the same type of foam on it. So we're going to leave this on here. We're actually going to push it behind the tabs like that. So we're going to make sure that all the nuts are exposed right here. And take this apart here. Get these little rubbers off of here. Set them down. Take your mirror, put it back on the car. Line your holes up. And make sure all your holes are lined up. You want to start with the top hole and make it all fall down. Then you can hold it by the corner with either hand and start putting your attaching hardware back on it. Once you get that top nut spun up on there, then you can let go of it. And we'll get this other one on there and we'll spin it down. We'll try to kill all the mosquitoes we possibly can while we do this. So, pop this mirror on like this. Now if you have a power mirror, you want to feed the electrical through this hole first, and then wait till you get it tightened up, and then you can connect the connector together. And then make sure that your master switch works over on your driver door panel. Now they also make this mirror that's a remote mirror where it's got a joystick. If you have that model, you'll have the joystick coming out of the door here, in which case you'll have to take the door frame or the inner door apart to be able to route that new cable through the door. This car, we don't have anything like that, so this is about as easy as it gets. You just want to snug these down. When they stop turning, they're tight. Don't go any further than that because you'll break them off. Remember, you're tightening up plastic. And you want to use a 1/4 drive ratchet. You don't want to use anything bigger than that. And tighten that one up. We'll tighten this one up, and then we'll continue on. All right, make sure it's all tightened up. And then you want to check your fitment. So let me bring you around so you can see what it should look like. All right, when you got your new mirror on, should look like that. All your lines should come straight down, go down and around underneath like that. Should line up right there on the end like the old one did. We have our spaces just like we're supposed to have. The only thing we'll need to do now is just adjust it, and you can adjust it the way you always would, just by sitting in the driver's seat and pushing on the mirror. Or if you have a good friend that likes to help you out, you can have them do it for you, and then you just tell them which direction to put it in. So I'll adjust it on my own here in a minute. So we're not done yet. We're almost done though. All right, if everything looks good on the outside and you got your nuts tightened up on the inside, you got your wire coming through if it's a power mirror. If it's not, then you're going to look just like this. All right, so then we need to take your wires and tie them together over here, okay? And you're going to feed your wires through this piece of foam first, and then we're going to take the foam and we're going to stuff it back in the door, okay? That's what protects the screws from getting rusted and corrosion and everything. We'll pull our tweeter wire through, or if you have power mirror, you're going to have 2 wires that come through here, and you're going to just hold them out like that. Grab your tweeter before you plug your tweeter in, if you have power mirrors, go ahead and plug your power mirrors in. And then when you're done with that, you can go ahead and plug in your tweeter like this. All right, and then you're gonna take your 2 alignment pins, you're gonna put them in these holes right here, and then you're gonna push until you hear it click, like that. Double check your tweeter and you're done. That's how easy it is to change the mirror on your Pontiac Grand Am. And that's probably the easiest video I've ever done. As far as what to do with these things, I like to save these in case somewhere along the line I gotta cover up a threaded bolt or something. So I'll grab all of these pieces and I'll put them, like right now I'm gonna put them in the cup holder till I find them all. But yep, it's that easy. And then of course you want to make sure that your window goes up and down if you got power windows, because sometimes the aftermarket mirror kind of interferes with that a little bit. But looks like our window goes up and down okay, so we're good to go. So that'll do it for me on this one, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.